Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus, once again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. And I am still asking you to consider writing Eddie Marcus in as the next U.S. Senator from the state of Minnesota, completing the term of Al Franken. And I said write in is because I will not be trying to represent the Republican or any other political party. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who've heard my presentation before, you know that I'm speaking in the terms of God playing a role in this campaign. And I know many of you are saying that I should be aware that this nation represents a separation between church and state. And I truly am aware of that, ladies and gentlemen. This has nothing to do with church. This has to do with a way of life. A way of life, my friends. Now, in the church, I will admit, they talk about a God. I also understand, my friends, that in other places that might be associated with church, where they talk about God. But that has nothing to do with church, per se. When people use what they have learned as if they were in a school, or whether they were using a foreign language, or whether they were learning a new craft, and they begin to use it. They use it for the purpose for which it was designed. Now, when it comes down to God, for me, the only thing that I can think of is good. And when I think about a society like Minnesota, like every state within the United States, when I think about the people, and I think about what their desires are, what their wishes are, what their wants are, when I think about the materials being available to meet all of these needs, being available, really available, and yet so many needs being unmet. And then I think about the institutions that have been set up to see that these needs are met, because indeed the people, all of the people, want the needs met. And the systems that are set up are designed in such a way that they promise the people that these needs will be met. And it seems everywhere you turn, the promises are always broken. These needs are not met. And when they are met for a small amount, or maybe a little bit amount, or maybe a little bit more amount, but never for everybody. And the only terms in which you can hear it spoken of possibly being done for everybody, is in the sense that you're talking about a God. Usually something that you can't see, you can't touch, you can't feel, you can't put your hands on, you can't point your finger at and then see it at the same time. So you put it on an afterlife experience. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that is a deception. That is a deception, just as you see the hell that we live in today. This hell was not made by a devil. This hell was made by two-legged men and women just like you and I. And if we want this world to be changed from heaven to changed from hell to a heaven, then we're going to have to act like God. We're going to have to act like everybody matters. We're going to have to act like everything is important. If not for you, then for somebody else. So we must consider everybody. And your dream is no more important, and their dream is no more important, and yet all dreams are important. We got to look at it like that. If we can be a devil and have people who say they love God marching down to a poll and voting for evil, you know it's time for us to try something different. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why I'm talking about God. Republicans have failed us. Democrats have failed us. White men have failed us. We didn't even have to get a chance to get a white woman a chance, but she was going to fail too. And we did give a black person a chance. A black person And everybody hoped that this black person would be like Jesus and deliver us from this. But this black person wasn't able because the black person hadn't broken the traditional thing of following the precepts and concepts of the teaching of men as being valuable for all humankind. He hadn't dished that. But to ditch that means you got to turn to whatever is left. And what is that? The creator of all existence. And respect it by respecting what was created. That's what this campaign is about. Give it a shot. Well, I don't really want to be asking you to just give it a shot. Because if you're not serious, then it won't last. It's like a marriage going into when one parties really are different. But they're hoping that they'll win the other because of the marriage. That won't work. That won't work. Sometimes you stay together, but ain't no love in that after a while. I want love to be in this. So I guess what God has done, He's allowed everybody to stay outside of it until they are ready. And so I guess I won't ask any more than that. But I'm asking those that are ready to go to the polls, write in Eddie Marcus as the next United States Senator from Minnesota. And I hope that this would lead to something bigger. But at least if only 1, 2, 3, 4 of you go to the polls and write in Eddie Marcus, we will know that there are 3, 4, 5, 6 of us who care about things for people like this. One other thing I want to say. This dream, this ambition, this wonderful thing, this wonderful vision that I have for this country and the world, every last one of you who can sign on that line because it's real to you sees the same thing. So I'm just a messenger, but if you see the same thing, then so are you. And so if I do become a threat, if the people of Minnesota do really see this and start saying that's a good idea, the people who believe in money, the people who have robbed you to death will not be agreeing with this. And they will be trying to shut me up. They'll see me as the head of the snake. Well, I want you to know they can take my head off, ladies and gentlemen. Everything that I'm telling you is not some presumptuous stuff. It is the absolute truth. It will work for every last one of you. So if I'm killed, and you take it up, and you're killed, and you take it up, you're killed, then I want the whole nation just start at one time and do it. They can't kill you all. Come on. We got a victory here. We cannot lose. Write in Eddie Marcus. Eddie. EDDIE MARCUS. Bye-bye.